And then I have two poems that aren't mine, but I really, really love them. It's made me think a lot. I mean, the brain injury kind of takes away all thoughts, but about the thoughts that you really don't know if you'll be here tomorrow, and you kind of need to stop thinking that you might and just do what you need to do now. So I think I will start with the two that aren't mine. I don't know who this author is. I found it on Instagram. I don't know who wrote it, but it's amazing. I love it. It says, on why you should never leave an I love you unsaid. Because summer's over soon, and the childhood friend you spent every August with is fading into autumn. Because we treat later like a promise when it's actually a threat. Because pride is a useless thing to carry to a grave. And because I am finally exhausted of pretending being guarded is the same as being tough. Because your grandmother is getting smaller every time you see her. And because you can be angry at your father and still be terrified of his chair being empty. Because if I've learned the hard way, you can be 5 minutes too late to a conversation you've been waiting for years. And because being the chill girl never got me anywhere I wanted to be. Because even if it's awkward and your voice breaks and trembles, you'll never regret being the person who loved with your whole chest. Because sometimes it's too late, and we're all fragile, temporary beings held together by the frantic hope that someone noticed we were here. The way our skin looked in the sun, the way our laughter sounds in the kitchen, because everything in the world will one day be reclaimed by the earth. And because love is the only thing that has the audacity to outlast the ending. Because right now you're breathing, your heart is pumping blood into your veins, and you have a phone, a signal, and something deep in your chest to say. Because I love you, because we are here now, because this time I want to get it right. No, it's really good, right? This one, I do know who wrote it. It's called Irish Goodbyes, Shave 2 Years Off Your Life by Kelly Grace Thompson. Which means leave before you run out of smokes, stories, lavender gin, time's soft touch on the small of your back, your emerald satin dress, everyone still thirsty for what aches to be said. It's impossible to miss out on your own life, to say goodbye and mean it. The years wear us like a faded perfume, and when it's over, let them say I spent every square foot of my time, left love in every room, a favorite coat I miss but will never go back for. And this one's mine. It happened so slowly in the beginning. I think that's why we never really noticed. It was mid-September when you told me the house was haunted, that all of the pictures of your childhood that hung so perfectly streamlined down the long hallway suddenly went missing, and how they would turn up under your pillow in the coffee cups you drank your morning coffee in, and you would laugh about at least the ghost has a sense of humor. And I should have been worried then, but it wasn't until the moving boxes showed up and you could no longer describe your mother's face or your father's laughter to me. For they had already been packed away and moved to a forwarding address you couldn't remember long enough to give me, that I began to realize the house you spent your whole life in was falling apart at the hinges. The walls you painted as a child now faded a sun-washed version of what they were once, but as beautiful as they ever have been, just no longer strong enough to hold anything old or new on them. And that left us both feeling condemned. Because I remember you telling me when the lights started to flicker and the eviction notice came, you were scared of forgetting who I was or my name because you were the one who gave it to me. And I told you I could remember for the both of us. For that when we end the same way we started, perfect strangers who share so much love, that I will always leave my light on so you can always find your way back to me. Woo!